It's been a long time I have uploaded any video pertaining to indicators or analysis. So today's session, I'm going to introduce is kind of a launch of a tape reading toolkit version 130 and WTA price volume indicator along with vice wave. So I've merged these two concepts together. So first of all, we'll look into what we have in tape reading toolkit version 130. This is actually I was testing this thing for quite some time. So now I've done my testing. Now from today onwards it would be launched and you all can opt for it. The benefit of version 130, let me put it in this way. The objective behind making this particular indicator was to analyze the demand and supply and no demand and no effort kind of situations in the market. So having said that, please watch this video carefully, because this single indicator will make millions for you if you know how to use it properly along with your structure and other things. If you're using smart money concept, this thing will work with you. If you're using ICT or ITC concepts or any harmonic pattern or Elliott wave, anything, Fibonacci, this tool is must for you to have in your arsenal if you want to become a consistent earner. So having said that, in the previous version of 109, tape reading toolkit 109, a trader has to go into the setting tab under the name of toolbox. There was bar or candle signals analysis dashboard, and this one is new, effort versus result. So he used to get these three tables based on which he used to do the analysis. I'll walk you one by one. The first analysis was green candle or green bar with green triangle. This one. A red candle with blue triangle. This one. A green triangle with a green candle with blue triangle. This one. A red candle with green triangle. This one, or you can say this one. So whenever this situation occurs, what Wyckoffian analysis would come into play as for tape reading is demand is greater than supply. If this kind of scenario, red candle or a bar with blue triangle, that means supply is greater than demand. If this kind of scenario comes, a green candle and a blue triangle, this means there is demand and supply imbalance and trend is about to change. And which happened? The price were coming down and this printed and we had price moving upwards. This one, supply demand imbalance or a trend change when red candle with green triangle. Here also a trend change was evident as price were moving upwards, the trend change would suggest price would come down. So this happened. And after that, if there is a hollow candle with red or orange triangle, that means this is weak demand or this is weak supply. So either the supply or demand is weak, or either second interpretation would be we are expecting price flow towards upward side. If there is weak demand, first thing there is weak demand. If that is not the case, then price would go upwards. So this is kind of a VSA analysis kind of a thing, but it's not VSA. It is much more precise and much more uh, restricted or concentrating on particular price candle or bar, irrespective of 5 minutes, 1 minute, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily. It doesn't matter. Even if you come down to daily, it won't matter for us. It will not make any difference in the interpretation. Like here also, you can see no black candle with orange triangle, weak demand. Demand is weak over here, or expected upward price flow from this point 21 21 2194. So that is how you used to analyze. So the main pain area for the traders where they used to find it very difficult while analyzing the market to keep this table open. And same goes for white candle where no demand or no supply, depending upon if they are appearing on the higher side, that is contextually related to no demand. If this white candle is appearing on the lower side, that based on the context, it is correlated with no supply. So having said that, the yellow means trend change or price will continue its previous change. So whenever there is a yellow candle or yellow bar appearing on the chart, there is one or the other thing happening, and it gives you an advantage what is going to happen in future, as many people or many traders are looking out for things wherein it will give them an additional information what is going to happen in coming sessions or coming future candles. So like in XAUSD, we are looking at 1 day chart. Even if you change the script, doesn't matter. Either you take stock, indices, anything. So what I did here in 130 version, you don't have to rely on this thing, because watching a candle over here and doing the interpretation at the same time, if there are many people who are using trading view on tab or iPhone or smartphones, so they find it very difficult to get this thing fitted into their screen. So for that purpose, what I have done, this new update would help you to get this all information on this candle itself. Like the people who are using VSA, they know this thing very well. So what you have to do, like in this particular case, the candle is green and so triangle is green. Here demand is greater than supply. If I hover my mouse over the triangle, it will say demand is greater than supply. In this case, if I hover my mouse over the triangle or on the tip of the triangle, it suggests weak supply or expected downward price flow. It is pertaining to this one. If there is a white candle, just you have to hover the mouse over the high. It will say what the candle has achieved. Is it a no demand or a no supply candle? So based on the context, we are moving upwards. This has to be a no demand. And what we are expecting after that, price to fall, come down. And that happened. Here, in this context, red candle with blue triangle, supply is greater than demand. If I hover my mouse over this triangle, you can see it says supply is greater than demand. And for yellow candle, trend change or price will continue its previous trend. If I hover my mouse over the high of yellow candle, you can see trend change or price will continue its previous trend. So whatever this analysis or tape reading analysis or tape reading, you can say outcome, we can get, you just have to hide this thing. Only thing which you have to do, just hover your mouse over the triangles or under the triangles, you will get the data. So this was a very painstaking work, but eventually, as I know the coding, I achieved this. The only thing which you have to do is when you're using, when there is a white candle or a yellow candle, you have to hover over the high of the candle in terms of white, in terms of red, in terms of yellow. So this helps you a lot. If, for example, you're using any ICT concept, let me put in one example so that everyone will understand what I'm speaking about. I'm taking into considerations Lux algo. So for example, if this is change in character, so what has happened over here? Why the character has changed? Like 1 second, let me bring it up. So I've applied Lux algo. Okay, let it be as it is. The reason for taking Lux algo, as I told you earlier, I am a programmer, I am a coder of PineScript. So I find his work up to the mark, and he's very well in doing the complex coding and bringing on table complex codes. So for sake of discussion, if this is a demand zone or a zone wherein we are expecting price to go upwards, and if this is the change in character, what a change in character would look like. If you hover over this thing, you can see demand is greater than supply. So this breakout of change of character was with great effort, and that's the reason we have seen break of structure taking place and retest of break of structure. As you can see, as we are approaching downwards, supply is in control, supply is greater than demand, then there is a trend change. Trend change or price will continue its previous trend, and again weak demand followed by a weak supply. That suggests us, and it is a spring on this particular level. That too, if you see there is a confluence of break of structure as well as spring on the local support level. So that's the reason we got this one. And if we go back to this level, like for example, this level was formed. So as soon as we are approaching this level, the main idea behind making this tape reading toolkit, it fits into any trading style. If this is the area which is being plotted based on a supply zone, it has to prove itself. How it will prove? The supply would get weaker as we are approaching this level. So in terms of what, if you know, there are many theories coined by many people. They say supply or shrinking of bar or bar getting narrow. But many a times it happens, bars are getting narrow and all of a sudden we get a widespread down bar. So this helps us in identifying, like if you hover your mouse over here, weak supply, again followed by weak supply. And in all this supply, after this great strong like after this strong supply is greater than demand, you see a demand greater than supply kind of a bar. And after that, you see a trend change or price will continue its previous trend. So in this context, this was a sign that price is going to go upwards, and we had seen price reaching this particular level, or at least this change of character level. So there are many ways you can do your trading based around it, but this is one of the tool which you should have in your arsenal. That I'm not saying this because I'm warned you to buy it from me. The reasons being said is that it will increase your accuracy like anything. You will be able to know what, why, and how this level should be reacted, and whether this level should hold or whether this level is holding itself or not. Now I'll get the ICT concept. ICT. Normally I get confused in ITC and ICT. Okay, this is the ICT concept. This is the OB. This is MSS. Where is fair value gap? One second, let me do some setting of it. Again, I'm using there are many things in algo. The indicator made by algo, Lux algo. So you can see this particular position. This is a fair value gap area. As we are approaching back towards the fair value gap area, you can see supply was greater than demand. Supply was greater than demand. All of a sudden, we are seeing trend change kind of thing. This can be seen when you hover your mouse over it. Trend change or price will continue its previous trend. So, and after that, when you hover your mouse on this hollow candle triangle, weak supply or expected downward price movement. So first part was weak supply. We are approaching downwards on the FVG level, and supply is getting weak, and this kind of bar gets printed, which shows whatever supply was there, and this level acted as support, and price bounce back from this particular level. So having said that, there are multiple usage of this thing. It's master structure, I don't know what this color is all about. I don't know what this OB is all about because I don't trade this thing. I only trade my market structures. That's it, simple. This is liquidity line, I guess. So this liquid, like for example, this liquidity line, we were coming down. Again, we have a shift in change, shift. Then price coming back to this particular level. This is a stopping volume kind of a thing. And then after that, you can see weak demand, weak demand. As you hover your mouse over it, you will come to know. So this feature I've added, though it makes this a completely new tool. So it will get it will help you in getting rid of analyzing market in terms of the tables and all the stuff. It can be used in on any sort of market, any sort of thing. This is the latest fair value gap. This was the previous fair value gap. As we have broken out, then price continuation occurs from this particular point. So tape reading is nothing but identifying demand and supply, which side has greater power to pull the market towards upwards or downwards. If demand is greater, price will go upwards, and if demand is greater, price will go upwards, and if supply is greater, it will go downwards. So this is how you can apply it with ICT concepts by Lux Algo. Even if you go to one on a chart, you can see this fair value gap broken out, no supply. If I hover the mouse over here, no demand or no supply. Based on what context? We are moving upwards and this white bar is printing. That means no supply was in context with this fair value gap. That's the reason we got this much of movement. And it works on any market. It works on any market. Even it works on BTC. For BTC, I have to make some changes that I did. Index and indices, it's completely different. Nifty also, if you're using fair value gap and if you're using OB master structure, you can use it in this manner. So this makes your task a hell lot of easier. Just hover your mouse over the triangle. It will give you the analysis, what this particular bar has achieved. I haven't added the commentary into it because I want you to understand what this particular bar has achieved. If after a demand kind of a situation we are coming down, this is a supply greater than demand, then what we are expecting price to go downwards. And it went. 80% of the time you will be, or more than 80% of the time, you would be in a position where you would know which side the market is heading. So having said that, this is the 130 version. So in my next video, I'll be going in detail in Vice about Vice Wave and my improvised version of Vice Wave, which David Weiss introduced to me. So enjoy this video, and if you have any doubt, any questions, you can write in comment, and or either you can DM me on my WhatsApp or Telegram. So this is officially launched today for all the students, for all the traders. Hope you'll enjoy this product. Bye bye.